Проблема Латвии, как и многих других стран, которые оказались в столь плачевном положении во время этого глобального кризиса, именно в том, что мы живем в расколотом обществе, в том, что большая часть населения продолжает жить мечтой о реванше. А там никто не помнит, многие выросли уже 2 поколения, которые не помнят, кто кого когда видел в начале 90-х, но алчат, желают и думают о том акте мести за стариков своих, за себя, за свою неудачную, за свою лень, за неспособность адаптироваться и так далее. Эти новые фобии, они из прошлого. Тогда ведь тоже, о чем говорили и показывали вчера нам документальный фильм, оттуда, от этого как раз низкая самооценка народа или личности в продолжении развития рождает всякие фобии, которые вредят всем нам жизни. Я предлагаю вам и нам вот считать, что это первый блин, но очевидно, что его надо продолжать печь, надо говорить не только единомышленникам собираясь, но говорить с теми и так, чтобы вовлекать в амплитуду, в орбиту этого общения большее количество, прежде всего, молодежи. Я хочу еще раз сказать спасибо господину Шпигелю и его команде, которая согласилась прибыть сюда к нам накануне этой спорной даты, про которую телевизоры покажут и расскажут, скорее всего, заведомо срежиссированные и придуманные рассказы. А мы же сегодня вместе сделали шаг в сторону лучшего взаимопонимания и движения в будущее. Спасибо.
But could you please give Dr. Zuroff an English comment as well, because we have English people. The question was about how Jewish community could give their experience to the Latvian ethnic group, which are in enormous crisis of survival right now.
Do you think for a minute that the problem is that the stories of the Holocaust here in Latvia are unavailable? Well, I don't understand the question at all, frankly.
Oh, aren't you informed that Latvian community?
They are here now.
How can you even compare the problems of Jews during the Holocaust to an economic crisis here in Latvia? That's absolute distortion.
No, it's
That's precisely
Latvian.
the problem. That's the heart of the problem here. You want to tell lies about the Holocaust? You want to compare Nazism and communism? We're not going to let you do it, plain and simple.
Very good.
Всем спасибо, надо продолжать работу. У нас еще много работы.
Можно вас на минуту?
My friends, these are the 5 traditional rules of drinking of the Litvakes, the Litvaks, the Jews of what is today Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia, all of Belarus, northeastern Poland, Ukraine. And if you follow these 5 rules, of which quantity is not one, you can drink as much as you want, you'll never be drunk, you'll never be depressed, you'll never have a, what do you call it, a hangover or an overhang, you'll never have anything bad, only wonderful hours with dear friends. So rule number 1, never drink by daylight, only when it's dark at night. There has to be 3 stars in the heavens, or if it's very foggy, like in North Wales, it has to be as dark as if there would be 3 stars. Are there any questions about rule number 1? Please, feel free.
Perfectly understand.
Perfectly understand. Rule number 2, never mix drinks. If you started with vodka, in the next 24 hours, never touch wine or whiskey or beer or anything else. So none of this business of a drink before dinner and wine at dinner and then some sweet chazarai after. Never. Stick to what you're drinking. No mixing drinks. Is rule number 2 clear?
Yes. Oops.
Yeah. Rule number 3, Never drink on an empty stomach. Always drink after eating or nibbling, before eating, with eating,
But if you drink
nuts.
before eating, then you're drinking on an empty stomach.
Yeah, near the time of drinking, there needs to be eating something.
Okay.
Near the time. Very good point, Efraim, because that goes back to Baba Efraim in the Talmud, where the question is mukdam and meucher. And there's a long, complicated Talmudic discourse that we can get into a little bit later.
Mocking the yeshiva school. Yes.
Okay, go on. The rule number 4.
Now, rule number 4 is not only a compound rule, but it's the most important rule of all, and it's also an important rule of life generally, not only for drinking. Rule number 4, never touch alcohol when you're alone, and never drink with anybody you don't feel good with down deep. So it could be a husband, a wife, a brother, a sister, a boss, a colleague. If you don't feel good with the person, don't touch a l'chaim with that person. Drink coffee, drink tea, drink mineral water. A l'chaim has to be with someone you feel good with. Which means, by the way, conversely, that if you go to a cafe or to a pub and you meet a perfect stranger and you feel good with that person, of course have a l'chaim with him or her, and it might just lead to the love of your life that you have been thinking of. So that's rule number 4. Is rule number 4 clear despite its philosophic and sociological?
Absolutely.
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 Yes. Rule number 5.
Go on.
Every time you pour out a little bit more, you have to knock glasses and say l'chaim. And if you follow the 5 rules, you'll have only friendship between all peoples of the world.
Yippee!
Amen.
Oh, Maine.
Amen.
How much say that? Oh,
Yes, sir.
Maine.
Amen.
Amen.
Very, very strict grammatical.
We Litvaks are very disciplined.
Now,
And
we want to say
and unlike the Hasidim, by the way, we're very conventional looking. Go on, yes.
Is there any
Did
song? Is there any song we can do in Yiddish?
No,
or
where do we
Hebrew?
start?
yeah, before
Song.
did we follow the rules this evening?
That's the question.
Yes. Oh, I did. Did you?
Of course I did. Cheers!
L'chaim Ephraim. This l'chaim is for Ephraim.
Efraim.